passed by the bond holders, or the voters of this county, including shuttering a $16.8 million building. I guess my concern is, what would you have done with all that? Have built roads, a shuttered government building, what would have been the result?
Mr. Brannon?
Yeah, thanks for the question. There's a pretty common misunderstanding on that. I didn't suggest that we stop all the roads during the process. What I wanted was an honest public discussion about the finances in Hays County. We are the most indebted county in the state of Texas. When you compare the debt we have to the appraised property value. We're number 6 in the state of Texas in debt per person. What we wanted as we were going through this process and delivering presentations, what we were saying is let's not take on any new projects until we have a public hearing on the state of the county finances. 93 people thought that made perfect sense. I'm sorry if you misunderstood, but no, we weren't trying to stop all the projects that were going on. We didn't want to take on any new projects until we had the discussion. Is $300 million the appropriate number of debt? If not, is 500? Is $1 billion? My opponent refuses to have that discussion with us. It puts us in great danger. The collateral on that debt is every piece of taxable property in this county. We need to have that discussion. Thank you.
Mr. Conley?
We talk about transparency. When I came into office, you know what the court did for public notice? They took a piece of paper like this, they went down, they stuck it on a podium, first floor of the courthouse. I put video cameras in the courtroom, put our agenda on the internet, I put our backup on the internet, I put our budgets on the internet, put everything that the county is doing on the internet, and we have notifications that people can sign up for on development, on many other issues in the county. I believe that is a pretty good track record on transparency. The reason why I bring out the video courtroom video cameras, because we will be happy to provide for you all the numerous times while we were under construction. Mr. Brannon told us to shut it down. You know how reckless and careless that is? I mean, millions of dollars in construction dollars and lawsuits that would have cost the county. We don't need this type of reckless leadership or behavior in Hays County.
Next question, please.
Mary Gonzalez, candidate for County Commissioner Precinct 1. I've got a question for Mr. Will Conley. Why are you so arrogant? Why are you taking why are you taking credit for jobs created? The private sector creates jobs, not government. Government creates jobs that is on the tax dollar, taxpayer dollars. That's my question. Why he's taking credit for something that he doesn't do? Not giving credit where credit is due. And that is the private sector is the one that creates jobs, and they're the ones that have needed and haven't gotten that credit.
Mr. Conley?
You're right, the private sector does create jobs, and as a company owner, I have created jobs. Our job in government is to create an environment in which companies can be successful. And we have done that here, with low taxes, with streamlined regulations, with developing the infrastructure that is necessary for commerce, something that my opponent opposes. And it's needed when they come here. Companies come here because of our quality of life, because of our good physical soundness in Hays County, because of that university sitting up on the hill and all that talent coming out every semester. Is why companies come here. Talk to them. That's what they will tell you. And I've been proud to lead on a local level and a regional level on economic development. And give me an opportunity to continue to serve this great county, I will do so again in the future.
Mr. Brannon?
Yeah, I haven't actually seen any reports that dictate and explain where 7,000 jobs in this county were created. I can't imagine that our county government had really anything to do with creating them to begin with. As most of us in this room know, governments don't create lasting jobs. What I would like to do is make sure that we give every job available the opportunity to come here. The way we do that is to have an environment where taxes are low and predictable. where companies feel like they can come and it's a good place for their employees to live. I love this county. I love this town. And I think there's a lot of good reasons for people to come here. County government isn't going to do a whole lot for that, and we shouldn't really be trying. Thank you.
Your name, please?
I'm Cameron Catroni. I've served in the district for 5 years now. I'm an assistant PE teacher, so please excuse my attire. I just came from work. My question is, sir, Mr. Conley, why is there no dignity in what I do? I don't drink. I'm not a college kid who spends my money on beer. Could you please tell me why his job has no dignity in it just because he doesn't own his own business?
Okay. Mr. Conley?
I don't completely understand your question, but I'll try. I think you're referring to substitute teaching? Is that what you're referring to?
That's what I did before I was a teacher in paraprofessional, which is
Okay. We have great men and women working all throughout public education at all levels. This guy, by coincidence, a couple of months before he announces he's going to run for office, since he has been unemployed since he's been in this county, but what we know, he's been unemployed since 2005, decides conveniently to sign up on the substitute teacher list at the ISD. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope I don't have to explain that to you any further. Again, this man has a full-time job. It is running for office and spreading lies and propaganda about your county government. He does it for a living.
Your time is up.
Record shows that. Thank you.
Mr. Brannon?
Not really sure what to add. I answered the question. There are probably 30 or 40 teachers over at Miller Middle School that would rebut everything you just said, so I'll leave it at that. Thank you.
One more short question.
Okay, this will be a very direct question. I'm Taylor Monroe, resident of San Marcos. How, Will Conley, have you said repeatedly today that San Marcos is running at its finest that it's ever been when we have the most debt in the state? You continuously avoided this question, so thank you for letting me ask.
Mr. Conley?
I'd be more than happy to. Many San Brandon reporters coming up to the deck. We don't have the highest debt level in the state. The county's finances have never, ever been stronger. When I came into office, the county's credit rating, like your personal credit score, was a -BBB. Today it is a AA+. Our savings was $8 million. Today it's $32 million. We have aced 8 independent audits talking about how well run your county government is. You know what we rank on tax rates if you want to talk about the state now? We're number 148. We have 254 counties in the state of Texas. Our tax rate is number 148. Every independent agency that looks at our finances has discussed and talked about how strong we are financially. Over 2/3 of our debt was passed by citizens in this county to build parks in 2007 and roads in 2008. We have successfully implemented that program on time, under budget, without raising your taxes. You can see the checks from the state of Texas outside. I printed them out.
Mr. Brannon?
Yes, according to the Texas Bond Review Board, we are the most indebted county in the state of Texas. When you compare debt to the appraised property value, we're number 6 in the state of Texas on per capita debt. There's no denying that. This county savings account we're talking about, we've got $30 million sitting in a county bank account making practically 0% interest. Only so we can go out and borrow more money. That's the liquid collateral on our debt. We don't have access to that. It's collateral. So all these stories, they put a nice shine on the county financial situation. Thank you. That's my time.
On to closing remarks. Mr. Conley, you have 30 seconds.
My opponent has done nothing but distort my record. A piece of literature here that says that I supported building toll roads on MOPAC in Austin. It's a flat-out lie. He sent out an email earlier this week saying that the county is using reserve funds to pay for our principal and interest. Here's a letter from the county's auditor that states that is a flat-out lie. He has told citizens and on his literature that we built the government center in a floodplain. It's a letter from the San Marcos floodplain engineer. It's a lie.
Your time is up.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve this country and this county. Thank you.
Mr. Brannon.
As I've asked from the start, I ask everybody in this room to continue to watch the issues in this race. They'll tell you everything that you need to know. This race started out about finances, but it quickly converted, as we've seen, into an issue of who do you trust. I've been talking about issues. I've been on the receiving end of personal attacks of all sorts by this man and the people around him. That should tell you who you trust. I want to know what he's hiding. I'm asking for your vote. May 29th, we're in this race. Bring the votes. We'll help you out. Thank you.